Starting another collection of rants. I felt like my other one was getting a little bit too long. I don't really have a lot of people, at least when I'm filming this, I don't really have a lot of people watching my channel, which is fine. I think that everybody should record videos for themselves and for their own personal enjoyment and not just for views, which is what I'm doing. But I feel like anyone who's like a friend or an acquaintance wouldn't want to watch a collection of rants that's really long. So hopefully I can edit that one down to not be super long. I didn't want to record what I'm about to say in the last one because then I'm like, oh my god, I don't want it to be an hour long. It's probably not as long as I'm thinking it. New vlog slash collection of rants. In my last one, I think I started out the video by saying that I literally hate being perceived. Like when I'm recording videos and posting it on the internet, I can be perceived, but in person, don't fucking perceive me. Oh my god. Then I said I cannot film videos when my husband is home. So usually what I do is I record in the garage. The garages are echoey, and I'm sure some of my neighbors, if they're outside, can hear me recording. But to me, it's like, oh, my neighbor's hearing me recording versus my husband. I'll take the neighbors. I don't know why. Today's the first time he's gone, so I'm recording in my office, and I love this background. I would love to record in this background more. Follow this creator. If you know who she is, please be my friend. I love not the girl I'm talking about, but if you know who she is, like, I want to connect with you about this creator because I love her so much. Her name is Erica Deshawn.
Here, you are worthless. Was that good? Was that good enough?
Yeah, it was good. It was good.
Okay.
Next time, just like smack me and
Call you a
me.
bitch?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I got you. You want your collar? Okay. Reiner, come here. You little bitch.
She started out like her little social media thing by doing anime Attack on Titan skits on TikTok, and now she does Twitch streams of playing games and stuff, and she films YouTube videos of, I don't know, right now she's doing some vlogs, and I hope she does more vlogs. I really love her YouTube. Put on a girl called Black Lip Stain / lip gloss just now. I really like it. I haven't been wearing it hardly at all, even though it was kind of expensive. Not really. It was like $10, but $10, it's expensive to me because I usually shop at like the Dollar Tree or get things on sale at Amazon and stuff like that. But I love it, and if you like this like purpley blackish color, it looks so good. But I was expecting it to be hydrating, but it's kind of drying. It makes my lips really dry, and the stain isn't very good. Like, it just kind of breaks apart and looks grainy after an hour, or if I'm eating, and it's not very good. Pretty color, pretty to wear every now and then, but not really good. Where is it? Got Grell. Love that she's here. And then the plushie keychain of Grell. She came with a tag, but the tag kind of looked like a cute little poster. So in the corner right there, I have the little tag hung up to be a little mini poster of Black Butler, and I really like it. I have something to say that might sound crazy. Does Tamaki from Ouran High School Host Club sound like Shane Dawson to anybody else? I'm talking about the dub, of course. I only watch things in dub. Don't hate me, okay? My attention span is not long enough to read a bunch of letters on the screen and pay attention to everything that's happening and know what's going on. If I want to have the best anime watching experience, I'm gonna watch it in dub if it's available. I'm sorry. Okay, so the dub. Does Tamaki sound like Shane Dawson to anyone else? I'm losing my mind over it because I didn't make that connection at first. I didn't think that he sounded like Shane Dawson at first. I was just like, oh, he has a really interesting voice. I like it, whatever. And then all of a sudden, one day, I was just like, wait, does he sound like Shane? He kind of sounds like Shane Dawson. I told my partner that, and they were like, wait, a little bit. And in my greatest defense, I don't think that I've ever watched Shane Dawson since like 2019. Maybe 2020 if we're pushing it. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. Because I also felt like Ranka, Haruhi's mom from Ouran High School Host Club, sounded like Grell from Black Butler. I don't know if that's true, and I think that I did hear what Grell from Black Butler sounded like when I was looking up clips of her because I missed her. That I was like, oh, she actually doesn't sound like Ranka at all, but I thought that she did when I was, because I'm watching Ouran High School Host Club for the first time, and I was like, kind of sounds like Grell. Maybe not. Maybe I'm the problem. I don't know. But I will say, I want to rant about it for a second. Haruhi is my favorite character. I love her so much. I had canon her as non-binary, and spoiler kinda, but the show's been out for like 20 years, but Tamaki and Haruhi end up together. I didn't watch all of the anime, so I don't think that they end up together in the anime, but I know that they end up together in the manga. But the one thing that I don't like about Tamaki and Haruhi is that he only liked her when he realized she was a girl. And you know, if you're straight, like, I guess that makes sense. Like, I am pan, and I've always been pan. I literally, like, don't care what gender somebody is. If I like somebody, I like somebody, so I just don't really... Oh my god, wait, is this gonna be problematic when the world becomes, like, really, really more, like, red pill and shit? But I don't get straight people. I'm so sorry. I don't really understand. Like, when people are like, maybe to a straight person, like, when they realize somebody is a girl, if they look like a boy, then they start liking them. I don't know. It doesn't really make sense to me. But I didn't really like that Tamaki liked Haruhi when he realized that she was a girl, and only because she was a girl, kind of what it felt like to me. And I didn't really like that he kept trying to get her to dress feminine and in dresses, because I didn't really feel like the other characters tried to make her do that as much. I mean, maybe the twins a little bit, but I don't know. I feel like it was more because, like, they were just like, oh, you would look cute in this, or whenever she did dress feminine, they'd be like, oh my god, she's so pretty, but they weren't trying to, like, force her to dress like that. Because there was one scene, and it probably happened more than once, but Tamaki was showing pictures of Haruhi in middle school when she had long hair, and he was like, please go back to this, you were so pretty. And I'm like, that was making me mad. But I still think that Tamaki is a really nice guy. I still think he's nice. I think that out of, like, everyone in the show, I think that he's probably the best option for her. Like, I kind of liked Haruhi with one of the twins. I don't remember. I know the twins apart because they have different voices, but I don't remember the name. I think it was the twin that talks more. Like, it wasn't the one that I shipped her with. There was an episode where there was one twin and they were, like, going on a date, and then he was, like, being weird and ran away, and then Tamaki called him and he was like, you're so stupid, it's literally storming, and Haruhi is gonna be so scared because she's scared of thunder. And then he was like, oh my god, I'm so stupid, and he ran after her and he found her and he put his headphones over her and comforted her and said that he was so sorry. I don't ship her with that twin. I think that twin is not very emotionally intelligent, but I think the other twin is. Like, I think the other twin sees Haruhi and knows Haruhi and knows stuff about her, and I think he's observant. I don't think that twin is, and I think that twin is a bad match for Haruhi. I think they're great as friends. I think they're really, really good friends, and I like that Haruhi can tell them apart and everything, but I don't ship her with that one. I ship her with the other one. Yeah, if I had to ship Haruhi with anyone, it would be Takumi and then that other twin, not the one that ran away from her in the storm, the other one. I think Haruhi's voice actor and the twin that ran away from her in the storm and then put his headphones over her, I think they're married in real life, the voice actors, but I don't know if it's sub or dub. I'm assuming it's sub, and I think that's cute. There's like a few episodes. The guy with the red hair that's voiced by All Might, I don't remember his name. I wish I was good with names. Sometimes I am, sometimes I'm not, but he has red hair and he was like a gang leader or something, I forgot, but he is really sweet. And I think that they're a really good match. And right now, currently, I'm shipping Haruhi with him, but I'm assuming that he's not going to be in it for more than, like, another episode or two. And then I'm assuming that, like, the idea is that Haruhi's only love interest could either be Tamaki or one of the twins. That's just kind of, like, how I feel like it was written. I don't really feel like they write it to have anyone else have a crush on her, like Honey, or the guy that's always with Honey, or the guy that's voiced by, with the glasses, that's voiced by Sebastian from Black Butler. I want to say, though, I have a little thing, I'm sorry. I don't like Honey. I know people like him, and he's, like, kind of cute, and, like, he has, like, a cute personality, but I don't really like baby voices. It really stresses me out. The only kid I like in shows or anime is Anya from Spy X Family. I love her. I love her little, like, not when she smiles, but it's like a weird, like, smirk face that she does where she's like It's so cute. I love her, and I don't find her voice annoying, but I don't like baby voices. And he's also 17. What do you mean he's older than Haruhi? I feel like I do a good job at separating fiction and reality. I think that there's some people that I see on the internet that think that certain things cannot exist in fiction without you also wanting to do those things. They word it a lot better than I do, but like, for instance, like if there is a game with or gore, they think that if you play a game like that, and if a game like that exists, that anyone who plays that game is automatically going to want to do those things. And I saw a really good theory on TikTok of somebody sort of like combating people who had that idea of like that everything has to be like pure and nothing can be like a little weird or NSFW and or risque. And she was basically saying you're allowed to find certain things disgusting, but if you think that anytime somebody sees that in media or in a video game or something, if you think that that means that they're automatically going to want to do that thing or be inspired to do that thing, that person is probably just struggling with intrusive thoughts, and maybe when they see that form of like certain things in media, they are more inspired to do it or they want to do it and they're scared of their thoughts. It's probably intrusive thoughts, and they need to realize that so they can get help for that if they want to get help for that. And I think I struggle with intrusive thoughts. Maybe I do, but like if I do, it's not about like anything serious. I just feel like I'm gonna, I don't know, like embarrass myself all the time or something, but maybe that's anxiety, I don't know. But I really liked that point because I could never really understand why people, when they see certain things depicted in media, why they think that that's automatically going to make people want to be that way or be into those things, when that's just not the case. Unless maybe you are the problematic person. Is it wrong if certain things are depicted in media just because I'm uncomfortable with it? I do think that there is a certain line of things that maybe shouldn't be depicted in media, but I don't know where that line is, because I am somebody who's like very against censorship, and a lot of people right now, which is weird, are very against people who are doing SW, specifically women, and I don't do that. I've never done that. I don't want to do that. It's not for me. But just because it's not for me, like anytime I see somebody like who does do that and is on social media, not that they're, you know, doing or posting anything that goes against guidelines, they're just a person who is posting whatever they're posting, and they just happen to also do OF, you know? And the comments that I see from people are so degrading, and they basically look at these people like they're, ooh, Erica Deschamps just went live. Okay, I gotta finish talking fast because I want to watch Erica. I don't know what I was saying. Oh yeah, and people like basically just like viewing SWs as people who aren't even human, and they want that line of work to never exist. And like there's so many statistics that show like when people aren't trying to actively ban that line of work or those types of videos, that women are more respected and they don't have to like be forced to go out and like work in the street. And so many people like word it so much better than I can, and maybe I can like find a video to put in that words it better than I could word it. But what I really just think that there needs to be, especially when it comes to the line of like SW and stuff like that, is like there needs to be, there's a site that's Orange or Black that does not exist in my state anymore. They took off a bunch of like searches of stuff that you can't look up, and I thought that was good. I don't remember exactly what they were, but I remember some of them, and I'm not gonna say them, but I remember you weren't allowed to like look up certain words anymore, and I thought that was good because I'm like, oh, okay, that's good. And then you had to like have your ID to upload videos, and I think everyone who was in a video, like if there were multiple people in a video, then both the people had to show their ID, and I think that's good. I just think there needs to be like more regulation so people can post that stuff safely, like if they are like not just like a self filmer and they're doing it through a company. I think there needs to be like more regulations for that company to make sure that the women and people working for them are safe. I don't really remember why I started talking about that, but it's because I'm against censorship, and that's something that people are trying to censor a lot right now, and I just don't really think that that's healthy. I just think that there's a lot of shame around right now, and I I don't think that's good for anybody. I think that it's good to talk about doing these things in safe ways and talking about how to prevent yourself from getting things that you don't want. And I think that it's good to also acknowledge that people who are ace exist, and some people don't, you know, just want to do that with anyone, and some people do. But I don't think that having shame around that and censoring that is good. But sometimes I stay up late at night about that, and I talk to myself about it, and I'm like, oh my god, am I should, like, I'm like, oh my god, am I crazy because I'm not on, like, pro censorship? But then also, but like, I feel like people who are pro censorship are crazy. But then it's like, but I do think something should be censored. But then it's like, I don't know where the line is. And then if you like try to censor certain things, and sometimes it can be vague, and then things that don't need to be censored can be censored, and then people might be punished for things that they like didn't like. Anyways, let me say some things on a lighter note, because that whole tangent was a lot for me. I love that Ranka Haruhi's mom is bi confirmed. Basically was like, and for your information, I'm bi, but I wouldn't love another woman other than Haruhi's mom, and I love that. I love bi representation. I love bi characters. I also love Alucard from Castlevania. I like that he's also bi. I don't think that that's necessarily like confirmed, but it's like kind of confirmed, you know? And I also really like that he can be monogamous, but he's been monogamous, I think. But I also like that he's like kind of poly confirmed. Not really confirmed, but like, we all know it's confirmed.
Watch out, I got it. Oh, it's okay, I'll get it. No, wait! We'll use the power of friendship. Oh shit. Yo! That pinch is crazy.
And listen, I'm very monogamous. Never been in a poly relationship. I don't want to be in one. I'm in a monogamous committed relationship. I love polyamorous representation. I really, really do. I never ever see it, and I feel like Alucard it just is so much that, even if it's not like very like explicitly stated and explicitly confirmed. On another tangent, I hate that people on the internet are complaining about polyamorous people, because anytime an alternative person who maybe or maybe not identifies as non-binary and they like have a buzz cut and dyed hair and piercings, everyone is like, oh, you're so ugly, so you must be polyamorous. I don't like that people keep commenting on people's looks all the time. I think that it's really disgusting. I don't understand why people care if they think that someone's unattractive or not. I think that it's so superficial, because I think that it really just gives off the energy that those type of people, which is the majority, think that people have to fit into a box and they have to be conventionally attractive or want to be conventionally attractive, and they have to be what is conventionally attractive at the time in terms of fashion, body type, face, hair, and makeup. And I think that that is just such a closed-minded way of thinking, and it really doesn't leave a lot of room for individuality. And I see a lot of people just saying those sorts of things over and over and over again, and it's just like, can you just let a non-binary bitch have a buzz cut and piercings in peace? Because like, I don't even think those people are ugly. If you listen, I hate myself, but there are people that hate themselves so much that they walk around and live their life looking at people as ugly. If like, you can hate yourself because same, but like, you can also be a good enough person or a decent enough person to not like just view people as ugly. Like, if you're a good person, in my opinion, you're not going to view people as ugly. You're just either going to be neutral to people or think that they're attractive or beautiful or whatever. Because the only thing I think about people is I think, oh, I'm scared of you, you might hurt me because you're a man, or I think nothing, or I'm like, oh, I like your style, or I think you're pretty. And that's really all I think people should be thinking about other people's appearances. But and also, aside from just like the whole like non-binary polyamorous thing of people making fun of people, I also just keep seeing people make fun of people that aren't like super thin, and I think that the 90s model body is coming back, and it's annoying. It's annoying. I think everybody looks different, and everybody's healthy looks different, and I don't like that everybody is equating healthy with being a size 2 or a size 0. That's not true. But yes, Alucard polyamorous representation, I love to see it. I want to see more, and I want to see more bi representation. I want to see more lesbian representation. I want to see more gay representation. I want to see everything. I want to see everything. I love it. And I think the more representation we see, the more stigma it's going to take away from people who are like that in real life. But at the same time, I also think that that could also make people make fun of people like that in real life more. But I think that if we over time keep seeing it more and more and more and more and more over the course of years, maybe like 10, 20, then I think people will stop. But if it's never shown at all, I don't think that would lead to anything good. I don't think that's gonna happen, but I would like to see it happen. Anyways, I hope you like my rants. Hopefully some people can relate to them. I know they're more like, my original idea was like to do like it as vlogs and rant while I'm doing different things, but I don't really go anywhere, so it's more like a collection of rants. Thanks for watching.
Goodbye, lovelies.